So PUBG Mobile makes another huge announcement, something we need to get the conversation started on this one. We've waited 3 years for it, but are they too late? So without further ado, let's jump right into it. What's going on, guys? This is Riggs and welcome back to another PUBG Mobile video. So if you go ahead and check your inbox, right? If you guys go ahead and click mail, it's been a few days since they went ahead and announced this under the announcement tab. This is a brand new tab, unless I'm missing something. I thought it just went down to Gift Center. This now says security mail. I'll go ahead and explain these tabs to you guys, but the one we're curious, the one we're interested in is the announcements tab. So it says subject, PUBG Mobile Player Security Convention. So it says content. The PUBG Mobile, and by the way, when we read this, at the end of it, you're going to understand how serious they are and the overall tone behind this announcement. And it's a good one, but we'll kind of break it down as we go. It says the PUBG Mobile operations team is committed to a fair and competitive gaming environment for all players. We have zero tolerance for any malicious behavior that will distort or disrupt the in-game environment. There will be punishment based on the severity of the behavior, such as being prohibited from sending messages, which we have seen before, removing unauthorized benefits, and banning accounts, which of course we've all seen. Malicious behavior, and they even tell you what they define that as, is included but not limited to. All right, so number one, it says cheating or using unauthorized plugins, such as controllers and things like that. Using unauthorized third-party software. This would probably be the most common one. Would be number two, where it says unauthorized third-party software, which is people that download apps that give them an added benefit to the game that should not be there. Modifying or altering the game client files. I wonder if this also has to do with data mining. I'm very, very curious on that. Using unofficial game clients. Number 5 says using hardware that distorts the balance of the game. When they're talking about hardware, I imagine they're talking about because they have certain like plugins, like when you look at number 1, that could also be something like emulators, but we do know that the game supports emulators, so I guess it depends what types of files that they're playing on those emulators. But when they're talking about hardware that distorts the balance of the game, that one might be kind of gray area, because that also sounds like controllers, ones that will like mount over your screen, that's giving you an advantage over something that someone else doesn't have unless you physically have the controller itself. So that one's kind of interesting. Number 6, spreading content that is offensive to players, including language that's harmful, threatening, abusive, harassing, vulgar, racially or ethically discriminatory, as well as using terms that violate the terms of service, and offering the sale of cheats. That is a big one. This is something as simple as turning on your all chat when you're on the plane before you drop into the lobby. So that's interesting. I don't know if someone's account would get banned for something like that, but that's probably more of along the lines of where they're going to go ahead and make it to where you can't send messages, things like that. Maybe a little slap on the wrist. But I'm glad that they're cracking down on this. Again, offering the sale of cheats. This is something that we see all the time. We see this on WhatsApp. We see this on Facebook. We see people that are selling cheats that are on the leaderboard. You just have to look at their bio, and it tells you where to find people. Sell on Instagram. I mean, everywhere. That should be one of the easiest ones. They need to have an entire team to have as many eyes and ears on this as possible, because it's not hard to find that. If someone's selling something, that means they're what? That means they're advertising it. So that one should be super easy to find, and we need to go ahead and knock that out. Number 7 says maliciously exploiting bugs in the game. Bugs and glitches. One that comes to mind that was a couple patches ago was like the buggy glitch. That could also be something like taking advantage of the smoke bug, or that's another one. Another one where you can do certain things to see through smoke. that's another one that they could come crashing down on you. Illicitly teaming up. That's a huge one. Again, I imagine these aren't numbered in any sort of order. This would, if there was a certain order, I would say this should be numbered or ranked number 2. I think the third-party software should be number 1. Number 2 should be illicitly teaming up. Where you're teaming up with somebody to gain the advantage over someone else. The best example I can give for this would be like solos. When you're playing in solos, you're only supposed to be going up against one person, a 1v1. But when people team up in solo, they instantly have the upper hand over everybody else. We've seen it so bad where you'll see 4, 5, 6, even 7 people teaming up. Don't believe me? We have the footage on the channel if you don't believe me. Yeah, it can get really, really disgusting out there, especially in solos. So that's huge. Number 9 says unauthorized activity for benefits. Unauthorized activity for benefits. Maybe that has to do with a UC hack. Could be something like that. That's out there. So anyway, not exactly sure what that one is. But this is the big one. Punishment categories. Says prohibited from sending messages. This is like this for the severity of each of the things we just listed off. Prohibited from sending messages. Prohibited from using any in-game communication features. Number 2 says account banned, unable to log into the game on a banned account, which we've seen. Number 3, unauthorized benefits removed, removing benefits gained from any unauthorized activity. Unauthorized benefits removed. Unauthorized benefits removed, removing benefits gained. Could that be your tier? Like when you get banned? Again, the language is kind of weird in some of these. Benefits gained. So, I mean, that could be, if that has to do with UC, does that have to do with your tier, where they go ahead and drop you down? When you get banned, you drop your tier down. That could be something like that. And here's like the little message to everyone. It says, we pay a tremendous amount of attention and care to the in-game environment to maintain a fair and competitive gaming environment for every player. Our security system will monitor every match, and we have zero tolerance for any behavior that distorts the competitive environment. An ongoing blacklist of names will be announced once it has been confirmed and verified. And lastly, it says, we hope every player treats the game and others with respect. Please report to us through any means if there is something suspicious. Let's maintain the justice and glory of PUBG Mobile together. Kind of signed a PUBG Mobile security team. And what this really sounds like, or what they're trying to say in other words, is they're going to start banning devices now. This is what I'm talking about. Something that we've waited a good, going on 3 years we've waited. So at least we know that they're going to start doing that. I want to give you guys my take on it. Kind of just because that was obviously a lot of information to go ahead and digest there. Without a doubt, this news is incredible, and the fact that now they're going to be banning, devices. So, I don't know if I want to say concern, but my main thing is, hopefully this isn't too late, because something like banning devices is something that we've asked for. For years, way back when I did my original Tencent interview, I even asked them, are you guys going to ever ban devices like IP addresses? So it's good they've made an announcement that they're going to start doing that. I just hope it's not too late, that not too many people have left to make a difference. Also, another thing that I mentioned, that now there's more and more Battle Royale games that are now available on the mobile platform. PUBG Mobile has been alone at the top, and technically they are still alone at the top. They're still the number 1 most played, most downloaded Battle Royale game of all time. And that says a lot. So, like I had mentioned, with the lowering of the price of the crates, with lowering the price of the Royal Pass, with really stiffening. We've never seen an in-game announcement quite like this, where, again, the language and just the overall feel of that message was very stern. They're not playing games, no pun intended. They want to make sure that the game that people are not going to be cheating in this game, that people are going to be playing it fairly, and if not, this, and this are things that can happen to you. So I think it's huge. You know, again, you know, what's this game without the community? You know, what I ask of you guys as you guys are playing your games, or you know, since the season began is when this announcement first came out. We're just doing our first reaction to it. What I want to ask you guys is, since the season started, have you noticed, how does it look out there, you know, from your perspective in regards to cheating? You know, people doing any of those 9 things that, you know, we went ahead and listed off. Let me know, let everybody else know down in the comment section. We'll go ahead and get the conversation started. Huge news. I just hope it's not too late. This is something we've asked for a long time. But as I always say, better late than never. You know what I mean? So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is kind of like a announcement video. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. But until the very next one, this has been Riggs from Riggs Gaming.